Okay guys, welcome to this Apache HTTP server administration series. In this actually we are going to see about access control. Okay, uh, access control is a mechanism where you can just restrict the resource to particular host or particular um, user agent or particular or will be accessed during that particular hour only. Okay, so that's what we are going to see in this particular session. You can do access control restriction by host, access control restriction by environment variable, which means I'm going to use an user agent. Firefox will not able to access the website, whereas the remaining Chrome or whatever browser it is, it can able to access the website. In the third access control mechanism, we are going to see about how to restrict the resource being accessed between this hour to this hour, maybe some non-working hours from 8 p.m. to morning 8 a.m. You want to disable the access for the particular website. Okay, you can do that using rewrite model. Okay, to achieve these access control mechanism, we need two models. One is to enable this environment variable level access control. You need to have set env model to be loaded in http.conf file. So you need the .so file of set env, which I mentioned the last session. And to implement this rewrite mechanism, again you need rewrite.so file. Okay, so in the last session actually I downloaded those two SO files. Just we can verify opt so Apache and model section. You can just verify that two SO files, one is set env file, another one is rewrite file. This need to be loaded. So very fast we are going to implement the access control by host. Okay, so I'm just going to verify the file whether I can able to access the site, whether I implemented. I think so. My document is htdocs, so I'm just searching for it. So I'm just given allow from all. Okay, so I'm just going to access the site which I hosted. So, yeah, I'm able to access the website. Now what I want to do is I just want to restrict this particular site to be accessed by this particular machine. So I am in my machine IP is ipconfig. So if you see the IP address, my machine IP is 192.168.56.1. I just want to implement an access control to be this particular system should not access the website. Okay, this particular IP alone. So I can do that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to implement. So I'm just going to implement the denial for this particular host alone. So just give deny from 192.168.56.1 the IP of the machine. So just I pasted it. Now I'm going to restart the service. So restart the service again. Just refresh this page. There you go. So you got a forbidden. You don't have permission to access on the server. So that's how you need to deny for a particular host. If you want the same access control mechanism to be included for all these IPs, so 56.1, 2, 3, and just I think you can just do like this. Just restart again and just give refresh. Sure, it will not work for 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. So it will not work. So that's how you need to implement the access control mechanism by host. Now we implemented this access control mechanism with basic deny option. Okay, so you can implement the same using rewrite option as well. So as I'm closing this, so here I'm going to use instead of this deny, I'm just going to use the rewrite rule. Okay, so I already written an example about it, so I'm just going to add it. So in order to implement this, first you need to load the rewrite model. Next thing, you need to enable this rewrite engine. You just set it on, and you need to specify the condition. This remote address is an environment variable. So what is the remote machine address? So it should be 192.168.56.1, and this indicates the starting. We're starting with 192, and dot as the Unix machine should not consider dot as an default character. It's special. So just given slash, trailing slashes, and finally you need to define a rewrite rule, which means it's a F means forbidden. So whoever is accessing the machine with the IP 192.168.56.1 should be get a forbidden error message. So that's what I'm going to implement now. Just I copied all those. I'm just going to put it inside http.conf file. So I'm just deleting all this. So pasted it. So everything is similar. So again, just put it and restart it. Okay, so this is what I will get, because Apache doesn't aware what the rewrite means. So you have to enable, you have to load that particular model. Okay, just search for load, and here just load the model. So you want to enable rewrite model. Yeah, I want to models. Under this I have the rewrite model. That's so far. That's it. So now it's all fine. So again, just open up in private browser, just type whatever you want. So, not whatever you want, you just have to type your site. Yeah, that's what you got forbidden error message. So now we completed this access control by host. Now we are going to implement this access control by environment variable. Okay, so already I written an example about this as well. So just go to my examples. Access control by, yeah. So just copy this. Again, go to your configuration file. So delete all this. So you can find all these in documents itself. So this is what actually I just have copied, and I just put it instead of badbot, I just put Firefox. Okay, so Firefox, if the user agent is Firefox, then enable this flag to 1. If it is 1, then it will deny access. If it is not 1, then it will allow. Okay, so that's what it means. So we already placed this set env if, but you can just run it, but the model is still it's not loaded, so it will throw an error. So again, then just go there and just search for load model again. So under this, put the load model section. So what name can give you? And we go set env underscore model and models and mod underscore set env.s4. So that's what it is. You can restart it. Just verify what's the name of it. Sorry, envif. Specify it and restart it again. So I think name should be appropriate. It should be appropriate, I think. So just give. So it works. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to access this from Mozilla Firefox now. Sorry, I think I need to restart it again. Yeah. So it's forbidden. So I'm going to open this from Chrome now, the same site. And parallelly I'm opening Internet Explorer as well. It's taking on a while. So just paste here the URL. It's working fine. Okay, so it's with Chrome it is working fine, whereas with Mozilla Firefox it is throwing in forbidden exception. This is achieved using this set env access control mechanism. So I'm just going to try it with Internet Explorer as well. So I got it. So that's how you need to enable this access control mechanism using environment variable. Okay, so as I'm closing the unwanted stuff now, and I'm going to implement this mod write rewrite using access control. So in this, what we are going to do is in non-working hour, I don't want my site to be served. In working hour only, I just want my serve to be served. So that's what I'm going to do now. So for this as well, as I have put up an example, all the necessary models are already loaded, like the rewrite model. So it's based on time. So from night 8 p.m. to morning 8 a.m. I want to throw the forbidden error. Okay, so that's what I'm going to implement. Just copying all the stuff again, and just going to http.conf file, and I'm just going to http section. So I'm just verifying what's the time of my machine. It's 11:39 a.m. So I'm just going to give here 12 so that I'll be getting an exception. So I'm just going to give 12 here, and I'm just going to restart the server again. So now I am going to do this. So it's throwing forbidden error, but I want to access it. So what I can do is just I can go here and just can put default 8 again. So just refer the site again. So you're able to access it. So this is how you need to implement access control mechanism by time using rewrite model. Okay, so that's it for the session, guys. I hope you came to know about access control, how to implement access control in web server using host, using environment variable, and with mod rewrite. See you in the next session.